Dansby Swanson is the last of the big four shortstops available in this offseason market, and he's coming off the best offensive and defensive season of his career. But teams aren't paying for past performance. It's all about what he does going forward. So let's dig into why I think his defense is so elite and why it might be smart to hesitate in projecting strong offensive performance going forward. In praising Dansby Swanson's defense, we can start by looking at Baseball Savant's outs above average metric. This is essentially an accounting system that gives you points for and points against whether you make or don't make a play based on the probability of that play being completed. So if it's 99% versus 2%, 99% you're going to get much more of a knock if you don't make that play because everyone else makes it. Whereas the 1% play, you get not too much of a knock because not a lot of guys actually make that play. You add this all up, and throughout the season, you come up with an OAA, outs above average metric. Dansby Swanson was tops among all shortstops in Major League Baseball last year with 21.3 outs above average. The more interesting thing is that you could split this into two components. You could split it into range and you could split it into finish. Range is everything that happens prior to getting to the ball. This is first step, top speed, speed closing on the ball, etc. And then once you actually get to the ball, it goes over to finish. This is successfully getting the ball into your glove. This is transferring to your arm strength, and your arm accuracy. And every player's OAA can be split into this in the infield. So you look at a guy like Dansby Swanson with 21.3 outs above average, and you split it out. His range was 5.8, and his finish was 15.5. It might look like there's a ton more on the finish side here, but in reality, I think most guys from the data I've seen so far, this isn't really public from Baseball Savant, have more finish because there's more components to that than specifically range. But Dansby Swanson graded out above average in both of these. He was a very good defensive shortstop, and it's not really surprising to see why. The interesting thing is to compare a guy like Dansby Swanson's range and finish to another player in the National League, Nico Hoerner's range and finish. Nico Hoerner had 1 outs above average on the range side of things and 11 outs above average on the finish side of things. And I actually covered the Cubs this year and got a chance to ask Nico Hoerner specifically why he thought that his range metric was kind of more around league average, only slightly above. And he gave me a really good answer. He thought it was because the Cubs shifted him into position really well this season. And my interpretation of that is that he was shifted to the right spot so often, he didn't really have the opportunity to make a lot of range plays. And this is backed up to some extent by looking just at how much the Cubs versus the Braves shifted their infield this season. If you look at the Cubs, they shifted around 42% of the time their infield. This is right around league average, whereas the Braves only shifted 32% of the time, about 10% less. That was bottom 5 in Major League Baseball. So comparing Swanson to Hoerner, I think Swanson had more opportunity to make range plays because he wasn't potentially shifted as often as a guy like Hoerner. And as a result, he completed those plays and almost to some extent has an inflated range score, which then bumps up his outs above average. So why does this matter? Well, shifting restrictions are going to be in place next season. 2 guys on the infield are going to have to start on either side of the bag, and you cannot start on the grass. And I think this is going to put an emphasis on range for most infielders around the diamond. And a guy like Swanson, who wasn't shifted on his team much last year, or as a whole, the team didn't shift, I think got a chance to display that range. We have verifiable evidence that he was a good range defender, which I think could play into the fact that teams will not be able to shift as aggressively next year. So we have information that says he's range. If you ask anybody else in baseball, any coach in baseball, whether their infielder is a good range defender, they might say yes, but again, we don't really have that verifiable evidence. With Dansby, we do. So even if there is some discourse around him being such an exceptional defender last year that has to regress back down, I think he's a guy that displayed such good range that he might actually benefit from no shift. He may be able to display more range and end up being an even more valuable defensive infielder. But there's also other questions around this split of outs above average. The primary one on that range is how stable is it year over year? How much does a prior year's range score predict a future year's range score? So we have kind of competing variables here. We have information that says Dansby Swanson was a good range defender. If the league isn't allowed to shift anymore, which they're not, maybe Dansby Swanson is able to inflate that even more. But we also don't really know whether that's stable year over year, right? We don't know if that 5.8 he had this year on the range side is predictive, or if it will drop back down and there's a lot of noise year to year on it. We don't even know if it'll age well, et cetera, et cetera. This is something that when Baseball Savant eventually releases the split of this statistic, I'm hoping in 2023, we'll have some prior data and maybe we'll be able to make these assumptions. But for now, maybe Dansby Swanson's defense will not regress as aggressively as some people might predict. As far as Dansby Swanson's offense, I think there are some legitimate question marks, and it stems from the idea of how his bat will age. We don't know a ton about aging and the aging process in baseball, but I think the general idea that we do have a takeaway of is there's a profile that ages a bit more gracefully than others, and it's one that makes a lot of contact at the plate. It doesn't swing and miss a ton. Now, the foundation of this is based off a 2012 Bill Petty article in Fangraphs. That's probably due for a bit of an update from the statistics side of things, but I'm going to assume going forward that his general ideas are still relevant today. And the main one that I find interesting is that beyond the age of 29, what you start to see in hitters is a decrease in contact rate that corresponds with an increase in swinging strike rate. So if you break down a player like Dansby Swanson and look at his contact rate and swinging strike rate, what you see is that he's worse than league average in both. So Dansby Swanson's swinging strike rate is up at 14%, where the league last year was only at 11%. Dansby Swanson's contact rate was down at 72%, where the league average is 77%. So if you think Bill Petty's analysis is relevant to a contract like the new one Swanson's going to sign, then early in that contract, by the time he's 31 and 32, he's going to be even further below the league average in both contact rate and swinging strike rate. And this is a problem because Steamer Fangraphs projection system only projects him for about 4% league average offensive production heading into the 2023 season. So if you regress him even more over time, what you'd expect by that age 31 to 32 season is maybe 5% below average, 10% below average offensive production. And I get he's coming off a year where he was 16% above average, but his strike rate was pretty high. He doesn't take a lot of walks, doesn't make a lot of contact, he swings and misses much. This is a profile generally, as we're talking about here, that doesn't age particularly well. So at the time he's 31 to 32, you're really gonna have to focus on his defense specifically to make up all that value, the $24 million a year or more or less, whatever you're paying him. And that's a problem because I don't know if there's too much upside in the contract, right? Maybe an organization sees something in him and his underlying skills that bucks this aging trend a bit, where they suspect maybe they could fix something in his swing or his contact rate or his vision or whatever to make him a more successful hitter for a longer period of time. But historically, that would not be the case, right? If an organization believes that, I think they're accepting a lot of risk and basically betting that he will just be a good defender if they're wrong for an extended period of time, hoping really that he stays at shortstop, right? The offensive barometer to play shortstop is lower. It's okay to be a little bit below average if you're a great defensive shortstop. A lot of teams, I think, would take that. But again, the question here is it worth over $200 million? I don't know if it is. Maybe the market thinks it is, and maybe that's all that matters at the end of the day. But what we can really do is only look at him relative to other players that have signed. And the reality is, among these big four shortstop, I think he's the one that may not age as gracefully as the others.